What's up guys, it is a T-Ball and I am back with another video. So today we're going to be going over 5 former NBA busts who are making a comeback this season. So before we start, if you want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe as I really do appreciate all the support. So most players who are picked at the top of the draft turn out to be stars in the NBA, but there are busts that occur in every draft. Busts are players who don't live up to the hype of being a top draft pick, and this could range from being simply only a role player in the league, or some not even being NBA material and being out in a few years. However, there are some current so-called busts by many who are starting to turn things around, and showing potential of being a star or a very good player in the league. So, let's go over 5 former NBA busts who are making a comeback as of late. And before we get into it, a quick shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets, and using the app, you can see which ticket is a good deal which has a green dot, or a bad deal which has a red dot for any sporting event or concert. It's an easy to navigate app, and it's a must-have for anyone who's interested in attending an event. Use my discount code THETBALL to get $20 off your first purchase when you first sign up for an account, and I'll leave a link to the site where you could sign up, or you could also download the app on your phone as well, and use my code to get the discount there. So first up, I have Dragan Bender. So Bender has been one of the most up and down players I've ever seen to start one's career. He was always going to be a project, but he really struggled early on with the Suns. It did look like he turned the corner last season with his 3-point shooting, as he was at about 36.6% for the season, but it dipped right back down the season to only 21.5%. And if you think about it, for a stretch 4 or 5 that's a pretty horrible number, and it doesn't help that over 50% of Bender's shots this season have come from behind the 3-point line. But Bender has shown flashes of what made him a top 5 pick in the 2016 NBA draft recently, as he has been an excellent rim protector for the Suns, with the ability to guard out at the perimeter as well. Against the Pelicans on April 5th, Bender exploded for 11 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 blocks. He showed flashes of a player who can do it all on both ends of the floor, and this was what the Suns were looking for when they drafted him a few years ago. Now Bender will be heading into free agency this offseason, as the Suns declined his option last summer. It will be interesting to see what kind of deal he will get, and I think he will thrive with a different team that would better develop him. Bender can definitely be a versatile player for a team in the right situation, and with time, I think he'll become more consistent, which has been his biggest problem so far. So next up, I have Hezonja. So Hezonja looked like another Gerald Green with the Orlando Magic, and with the Knicks early in the season. However, he has shown flashes of what made him the number 4 pick in the 2015 NBA draft as of late, using his athleticism to finish at the rim with efficiency, and also unexpected solid playmaking as well. So with injuries to Smith Jr., Moutier, and other guards, Knicks were forced to start Hezonja at point guard against the Rockets. Hezonja came up big with 16 points, 16 rebounds, and 11 assists for his first career triple-double. Hezonja showed great vision by making excellent passes throughout the game as a primary ball handler, and he should have actually had at least 5 more assists if his teammates actually made open shots. But of course they are the Knicks, so you really can't expect that. Hezonja shouldn't be a starting point guard for any team really, as that's not his calling card, but I think he did show flashes of possibly being an excellent secondary playmaker in that game. He's played well as of late, and he'll likely get a pretty nice contract this summer, but he still has a long way to go in living up to the 4th overall pick. He still struggles with consistency in 3-point shooting and with his overall game, and he needs to really work on this for him to ever become a true reliable option for a team. But if Hezonja continues his strong all-around play for the rest of the season, and into next season as well, I think he'll definitely shed the bust label that has been given to him after a slow start in the NBA. So Thon Maker is a very interesting case, as he didn't have much of an opportunity to play big minutes with the Bucks, and he was eventually traded to the Pistons this past trade deadline. Maker has shown flashes of improvement this season, as he has hit clutch shots for the Pistons and has been a great shot blocker off the bench. However, he has had trouble with shooting from almost everywhere, as he's shooting only 39.5% from the field overall, and 32.9% from 3. But he's slowly developing and showing signs of becoming a versatile big who can spread the floor, and also protect the paint. We'll see if he can see some more improvement next season, and if he does, he can become an integral part of the Pistons' big man rotation. So next up, I have Bruno Caboclo, who was the 20th pick in the 2014 NBA draft and was called 2 years away from being 2 years away at the time. Well, 4 years is up, and now we're finally seeing Caboclo starting to live up to his potential. With the Memphis Grizzlies, Caboclo has used his insane 7'7" wingspan to become a versatile defender, as he's been able to guard multiple positions and protect the paint at times as well. He's also shown the ability to shoot from 3-point range, shooting 36% from 3 on the season. He's been an excellent pickup for the Grizzlies, and at only 23 years old, he has a ton of more room to grow. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he took another big leap next season, and he could honestly become a top player in the NBA with his tools and further development. I mean, I think there was a reason that he was compared to Giannis Antetokounmpo multiple times, and by many scouts and pundits, though of course I highly doubt he'll ever become an MVP candidate. But Caboclo can be somewhat of a poor man's Giannis with a jump shot, and that would definitely be a valuable player for any NBA team. And finally, to round out this list, I have Josh Jackson. You should probably see a trend here with the Suns and their inability to really develop young talent besides Devin Booker, as Josh Jackson has struggled since being selected number 4 overall in the 2017 NBA draft. And on a side note, if you take a look at the Suns' draft record, they drafted guys like Josh Jackson, Dragan Bender, Marquise Chris, and all of them right now are considered to be NBA busts. I don't think most of this has to do with a lack of talent for the players, but I think it's really from the Suns' training staff and the environment. The Suns have been losing for years now, and it doesn't seem like any changes they make really help the team much at all. They've been a bad team and have been making bad moves since about, I want to say, 2014 to 15. And with the way they've handled DeAndre Ayton, who was the number 1 overall pick in last year's draft, it doesn't look like they'll be winning anytime soon. But back to Jackson, he has had trouble with efficiency, defense, and turnovers in his career so far, but it does look like he's starting to get a grip with these problems with Booker out for the rest of the season. Jackson looked great against the Pelicans along with Bender, with 35 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 0 turnovers. With a larger opportunity, he has thrived, but he has been seeing improvement even before that as well. Over his last 10 games, Jackson is averaging 16.6 points, 6.1 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.1 blocks, 0.9 steals, and 2 turnovers per game. He has also shot 46.8% from the field, 44.4% from 3, and 72.7% from the free throw line during that time as well, and this has to be encouraging for the Suns. We'll see if Jackson can continue this play for the rest of the season and into next season as well, where he'll likely have to fight for minutes with Kelly Oubre likely returning for the Suns. But if Jackson can't find any consistency in his game, I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns decide to trade him mid-season and try to cut their losses on drafting Jackson so high just a few years ago. And for a side note, 2 players that I was going to put on this list but I didn't was Emmanuel Mudiay and Malik Beasley. So the first reason why I didn't put Mudiay was because, he does have some nice stats overall, about 15 points and 4 assists for the Knicks, but you have to remember, it's for the Knicks, so the numbers are basically empty and they really don't mean much. I'm not saying Mudiay didn't make any improvements, he definitely did, especially with his shooting, but I don't think he's been really that great. I do think he could be a solid backup point guard for a team, but probably not much more than that. And for Malik Beasley, he's been a great microwave scorer off the bench for the Nuggets, but I really don't think he's eligible for this list as he didn't really see much minutes over his first 2 seasons in Denver. So because of that, I don't think he was really considered a bust by many heading into the season. But still, shout out to Malik Beasley for balling this season and being an integral part for a top team in the West. But with all that said, that will be a wrap. Thank you all for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and also be sure to turn on post notifications so you can stay updated on when my next video will be coming out. Also, follow me on Instagram and hit me up if you want to talk about basketball, business, or have any video ideas you want me to do. Let me know as I do try to get back to all guys there. Drop a comment down below if I'm missing any other NBA busts who are making a comeback this season. Let me know down in the comments below as I do read all comments, and I'm definitely interested to see any other players. So with all that being said, once again, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys soon for the next video. Peace.